What is this breaking news on Zero Hedge? Jeffrey Epstein has been arrested for sex trafficking of minors. Our Trump is an awesome president. He is. Some actually think sent from heaven above. Seriously, remember the Trump? What was it from the 1890s, early 1900s? The Trump Baron Trump thing. Look that up, Baron Trump story. What the heck's going on there? Remember his day, his birth date, and the countdown to the election, 77777. Like he's that dude. Um, Jeffrey Epstein, pedophile island, Bill Clinton hanging out over there, Hillary visiting there, them flying on his planes and everything. This old guy's been noted to record all the high-profile people that visit his little sweetheart places. In case he might need to blackmail a brother in the future. Can you imagine the stuff that this guy might have on videotape of either Clinton, the Clintons, other people? And I hate to say this. You remember the movie Friday, 1996? Chris Tucker. He also played in Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3, I guess. Chris Tucker, you know him. Black dude, kind of a comedian. I heard he visited Epstein Island one time. Chris. You couldn't get one that was just, 18 years old? I'm hoping maybe he did, but you never know. Anyways, Jeffrey Epstein has been arrested for allegedly sex trafficking dozens of minors in New York and Florida between 2002 and 2005, according to the Daily Beast. Epstein is reportedly due to appear in court on Monday, about 12 years after the 66-year-old received a little slap on the wrist for allegedly molesting dozens of underage girls. The new charges claim that Epstein sexually exploited dozens of underage girls in a now familiar scheme, paying them cash for massages and then molesting or sexually abusing them in his Upper East Side mansion or his residence in Palm Beach. And again, trust me, it wasn't just him having girls come over. He was having girls come over for some of his clients, like the Clintons. And I say girls, you never know who or what they wanted, but it was underage. I could probably assure you that much. My humble opinion. Epstein's abuse allegations date back more than a decade and have been recently brought to light by his victims and authorities. Up until now, and even in the midst of the #MeToo movement, Epstein has been able to avoid any type of meaningful jail time. This is pretty breaking news for a high-level figure. I'm going to go to CNN and just see if they're covering this. Is Epstein anywhere on here? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is on the front page. Now, I come out here and do this because usually it ain't on here. But it is on the top right front page of CNN. Breaking: billionaire Jeffrey Epstein arrested and accused of sex trafficking minors, sources say. CNN is actually covering this. Whoa. Guess their ratings plummet recently. Again, they plummeted even worse. Maybe they're trying to, let's report on at least one little thing. In an era where #MeToo has toppled powerful men, Epstein's name was largely absent from the national conversation until the Miami Herald published a 3-part series on how his wealth, power, and influence shielded him from federal prosecution. For years, the Daily Beast reported on Epstein's easy jail sentence and soft treatment. And I remember doing a story on this myself, reading you something anyways. And it said, Epstein got the worst slap on the wrist you ever saw. He had to do community service. I don't even know if he got community service. He was able to get work release. He only had to go in jail out of an entire week, one of the days per week, for a short period of time, and then work release, and he was good to go. What the hell kind of jail sentence is this? The Daily Beast reported on Epstein's easy jail sentence and soft treatment by the U.S. Attorney's Office, which ultimately scraped a 53-page, scraped a 53-page indictment against Epstein. An earlier version of Epstein's plea deal included a 10-year federal sentence before his star-studded lawyers threatened to go to trial in a case prosecutors feared was unwinnable, in part because Epstein's team dredged up dirt on the victims including social media posts indicating drug use. Employees and associates of Epstein allegedly recruited the girls for Epstein, and some victims also became recruiters themselves. The girls were as young as 14. And police allege that Epstein knew they were underage. Of course he did. Epstein's attorney, Martin Weinberg, declined to comment Saturday night. Epstein has been accused of transporting young women on his private jet to facilitate the abuse, according to his alleged victims. For more background, the allegations already made in lawsuits and in the public domain against Epstein, you can view the Daily Beast's long-form article here, which they link. Recall back in 2017, we wrote about former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino. I love that guy. He's got his own show now, Twitter account. He's doing really well. Been on Fox News, comes in and fills in sometimes for certain people on there. Recall back in 2017, we wrote about former Secret Service agent Dan Bongino threatening to reveal new details about Bill Clinton's 26 documented trips aboard notorious pedophile Jeffrey Epstein's private jet, nicknamed the Lolita Express. Bongino dropped an ominous-sounding threat at the time. People know things not yet released publicly about your messiah, Hillary. Don't poke the bear, loser. You may not like the results. Hashtag Epstein, hashtag Emailgate, tweeted Bongino back then. For those who are unfamiliar with his story, Jeffrey Epstein is a New York City financier who pled guilty in 2008 to a single count of soliciting sex from an underage girl. He eventually spent 13 months in prison and was forced to register as a level 3 sex offender, considered the highest risk of reoffending, though stories of his lust for girls as young as 12 have spread like wildfire in recent years. Epstein allegedly installed beds in his custom jet and also purportedly filmed powerful men during romps with underage girls to obtain materials for blackmail. According to Fox News, Epstein allegedly had a team of traffickers who procured girls as young as 12 to service his friends on Epstein's Orgy Island, an estate on Little St. James in the U.S. Virgin Islands. Epstein now lives permanently in the U.S. Virgin Islands. I bet he does. And seems like QAnon is all over this too. Not right now, but they've posted plenty on the island in some remodeling concrete job that was done to fill in some gaps and maybe some dungeons somewhere, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what comes there later on. Clinton chose to continue his association with Epstein even after the lurid trial, according to the Alliance of Rescue Victims and Trafficking. Quote, everyone within his inner circles knew he was a pedophile, end quote. Speculation that Clinton was involved with Epstein was noted in Bill Clinton Was Here, the elite one percenters Orgy Island Exposed, an article by the now defunct Gawker titled, Flight Logs Put Clinton Dershowitz on Pedophile Billionaire's Sex Jet, added to speculation about Clinton's troubling relationship with the convicted sex offender. Back in 2017, we revealed the full flight logs from Epstein's Lolita Express. And they have, I don't know if this is the indictment, exhibit MM, the flight logs. They have flight logs. They're just posting, they have a little scribd, or scribd, if you will, link there. You can actually look at it. It's embedded on the site. So, yeah. Trump is doing stuff. His hands have been tied for so long because very powerful people have had power over our country, over our politicians, over every branch of government. And as he said, I'm going to come in here and drain the swamp. And there are many, many layers to the swamp with many, many creatures in each layer of the many-layered swamp. For this guy to be brought back again should tell us, he really is trying. Trump is really trying. And he's got enough people now in place in key positions where he can actually start doing some stuff. Good stuff. Put these criminals back in prison where they belong. And I read a tweet this morning, by the way. And I say this morning, meaning Saturday morning. Where Donald Trump, look at the other world countries. Look at what they're doing. They're dropping their interest rates and they're blah, blah, blah. And our Federal Reserve doesn't have a clue. We're doing the opposite. These people don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, He's going after the Federal Reserve again. And what did he say the other day that I told you about? Devalue dollar. We need to devalue the dollar. I'm just going to tell you, it is absolutely ripe for cryptocurrencies to be one hell of a place for people who are panicked about anything financial related to go to be seen as a safe haven from every freaking thing else. And now he's going on the attack again against the Federal Reserve. Again. That's just amazing. It's pretty incredible. And as I'm talking to you, again, I talk about cryptos. I'm very pleased to see Populous, which I gave out Friday night at 60 cents, 61 cents, is 92 cents again right now. 50% profit, slightly over that now, just a hair over 50, 51%. Very pleased to see that. Keep going, PPT. I want to love you, PPT, pretty populist thing. I need some lovin', TLC, 10 11 care. And keep going. Populist, just go ahead and go. There's now $21 million in volume, 24 hours, on a coin that was seeing 1 point something to 2 million in volume for days on end now. Days on end. Although this year 2.8, 2.3, 3 there in one case, 2 point something, 4, 3, back down to 2, 1.9, 1.8, whatever. So something's happening, and I don't think it was just Jay Snip talking about it. I mean, first of all, I talked about it to my privately on Patreon, and it already had like 13 million in volume. I'm pretty sure, at least I think I am, right? Some of my patrons aren't going to dump that kind of money all in one thing. Like, that's just, I don't know if we could come up with that kind of money, all of us. But, and now it's at 20, looking a little later. And the volume is, I mean, just look at the volume that hit this thing. I mean, you can see it. Let me just show you real quick while we're chatting. I mean, nothing. Woo, what happened here? And it's still going. Meanwhile, the rest of the market, which not that it's bad, 320 billion market cap, but and then look, this is flat. Oh, but it's red. This is 1%, 0%. This is flat, pretty much a flat market. Again, a couple good ones in the green, decent. But I'm pretty darn happy with Populous, to be honest with you. I still can't believe I gave the call out on we just have to get this. This is super cheap, like EOS was that one time. I'm getting the same damn feeling. I'm going in, guys. I don't know about y'all, but I'm going in, son. The next day I wake up to 50% profit potential. Right now it's 50% while I'm talking to you. Could we sell right now? Yeah. But again, I think many dollars is coming for Populous, and I'm willing to wait for it. I'm not going to trade this one. I'm going to wait. For the shit that I just talked to you about in my previous video mostly, but where the hell's this world heading? Donald Trump, we're going to devalue the dollar. We have 22 trillion debt. The world is in debt. That's all they know how to do is print money, QE, print money, bail out. People are going to realize, where's my pension? Where's this? Where's that? What's happening? And they're going to get nervous. They're going to put their money somewhere that some of these effing bastards don't control. I don't want to put it in a bank because of that. I don't want to put it in a damn pension because these guys control it. I want to do crypto. Decentralized. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's manipulated too. Yeah. Yeah, big money likes to come in and out of there. So what? Join the party. Ride the coattails, for God's sakes. Take care.